All right, guys, I'm here today to talk to you about the Samsung tablet. It is the T560nu tablet 9.6. I'm changing the screen out on it. I was going to show y'all how to change the screen, but this one gave me a little bit of difficulty, so I wanted to make this more informative than some of the videos that I've seen. This screen is very hard to separate from the frame because it is plastic, and the LCD and motherboard and everything are all on this big board here, which is set into the frame, which is plastic. So all it really does is clip into all around here. There's little plastic clips, and it clips in, and it's very hard to take off because you have to remove this from the frame, along with separating your your digitizer from it. Now, when you do this, you want to put this on a heat pad, let it sit for a while, let it heat up. Now, when you do that, you're going to separate the glass from the LCD, but the LCD and motherboard and everything is still going to be shoved into the frame. There is a small crack at the bottom that I use to pry up, but you have to be careful and pry very slowly. That way you lift up this entire box without bending your LCD and causing any damage. All right? It was fairly difficult. It was pretty intense. As far as getting the screen off, very simple. Only problem is taking this whole thing out of the frame. It is very, very difficult. I cannot say that enough. So only do this if you've been properly trained. The videos that they show on YouTube right now do not properly show how difficult it is. And I'm sure if you've done this before, you can do it. You just have to be more careful than the iPads and other items like that, because this, now I've done what I need to do, and now I'm going to put the new screen on and then close it back up. I just wanted to give y'all some information that I believe y'all needed to hear. So, on that note, I'm going to finish my repair, and y'all may watch. There's a little flap like all the like all the iPads and stuff. All you gotta do, set this down. This is our new screen. This is the ribbon. It's gonna go down, and it's gonna clip into where our old one was. Now, this looks exactly the same, and I am excited. So, on that note, let's get to work. This should be a fairly easy repair, I believe. It does indeed have glue around the edges already, so this will be a fun and easy repair. Again, cannot reiterate how important it is to be careful when you remove the LCD, motherboard, everything out of the frame of the iPad, the tablet, I'm sorry. All right. I'm going to grab a towel real quick. I'll be all right. Try not to touch the screen as much as you can. It will cause issues or spots on the screen. You don't want any of that. I have these special cloths, the lint-free cloths, or whatever you want to call them. You can put a little air on them, a little air from your mouth. It'll help clean it up. And then blow. Sometimes whenever you're separating the glass from the LCD, the adhesive will get on the screen. You just gotta be real careful when you clean it off. Just be nice. I like to keep a light finger when I do it. Everything's looking good. Let's get this in place. I need to place my LCD. Be careful, there's a little ribbon back here you don't want to pull off. Be pretty careful. This is the fairly easy part now. Make sure there's nothing on here. You set this down where the home button fits right into the hole, and make sure that the camera lines up as well. And you can pretty much see, so my home button fits right in. Sorry. And the camera lines up in the hole. Look, and you can see the little camera in there. And you lay it down. Make sure your thing's clear. I still have the screen protector on it. Make sure your area is clear of glass or anything like that. That's when we're going to take our ribbon. Sorry, get y'all lined up. So you're gonna take our ribbon, and you can put it on first and then lay it down. But I'd rather put the screen flat on there because the glue will keep it in place while I add temp. So you push it as flat as possible, and then you make sure the white lines are covered by your plastic flap down or connection holder. All right. And you can test it, turn it on, just push the little button on the side. It's called the Galaxy Tab E. Before we set it back in the frame, make sure our home button and everything works. So it is on. We are just waiting for it to boot up. See the Samsung? And we are going to see if the digitizer works. Hopefully it does, or I'll be doing another video. And the passcode, which so it's working, touchscreen's working. I just don't have the passcode, it's on the phone. So that's all you have to do. Is obviously I can swipe and it goes to the screen, so it's obviously working. I'm going to now put it back in the frame and we can check it. I can check it whenever I get off of here, but I'd like to complete the video. So screen's on, everything's on. Now to set it back in here correctly. Let's make sure to clean our frame real good. It gets pretty dirty around the edges of this thing, so we're gonna clean it off with some alcohol and a Q-tip. Gotta be careful. You could possibly get glass in your fingers, which I have at this moment. So you may want to get you some gloves if you're real sensitive to those types of things. So this is an adhesive. So I'm gonna scrape as much of it off as I can. Slowly pull it off, because as hard as it is to get this adhesive to separate from the glass, it is fairly easy to get it completely off the frame. Just cut it in sections and just pull up very slowly. It'll slowly peel up. And you can add your own adhesive to this. And like I said, I have a piece of glass in my finger. There it is. I'm drawing blood over here. Again, be careful. You can wear gloves if you'd like. I'm fairly used to it. Sometimes it'll get under your skin. I'm almost done with the peeling off of this adhesive that's on the frame. And like I said, you can add your own or add some of the 300 water resistant glue. And again, that's if you want to. You don't have to. There is still glue on the frame on the new digitizer that will connect to this once we slap it in there. Get it nice and clean for the new screen to go in. Again, this is a fairly easy fix. The only difficult part, I would say, is getting the assembly out of the frame. It makes loud noises, it clicks, it pops, but you have to be very careful to not bend the LCD too much and cause damage to the LCD, because then you will be replacing the LCD along with the glass screen, and it would make it much more expensive. So, got it cleaned off, and I am going to set the iPad, the tablet, motherboard, battery, and everything. I'm going to take it and I'm going to set it back in to the frame. It should do some clicking as well. It should be as easy as click, click, click. It should click all the way around. Verify that all your tabs that are going to be clicking aren't bent. And when it goes in straight. These little tabs here, these little gaps all along, right here, there's little tabs in them on the corners. You want to verify none of those are bent, and I'm going to set this down in there. And you should hear clicking the whole time. Click, 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 click. Click, click. So hear tons of clicks, that's all you should hear. If you see any gap between the frame and the glass, just push and click, push and click. The frame is plastic, so it will bounce into the spots that it needs to be. It's not like the iPads where the frame's aluminum, and if it's bent on the corners, you have to Dremel that. You will have to do that on here if it's severe, but if it's not too severe, the pad will bounce to fit the assembly. And it looks like all of it's in. Looks like we have ourselves a clean fix. So guys, there's your Samsung T560nu. It swipes, looks like it's working. We'll have to end the video to get the passcode from the customer. Thank y'all for watching. This is Behind the Screens with Casey. I'm excited to help everyone out, and if you have any questions, like, subscribe, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I will comment as much as I can until I get famous, of course. But thanks guys for watching, appreciate it. Remember, this is the Samsung tab. It is the T560nu. I believe it's a 9.6 screen. And we have completed it. It is a simple task. Like I said, the only issue is getting the assembly, the LED assembly, LCD assembly out of the plastic frame. Do not be afraid when it starts clicking and popping and stuff like that. That's what it's going to do. But you need to be very careful that when you are clicking and popping, if it pops up a little, move farther up. Make it pop up, move farther up, make it pop up. Do not bend on one end real high. Just go along until it all pops up, because it will pop up completely straight up in the air, and you shouldn't have any problems after that. All right guys, thank y'all. Y'all have a great day.